Hi everybody! So I wanted to do a video providing some information on how to thrive, survive, and overall just be successful in graduate school. And I say graduate school interchangeably. I do believe that all of these tips are effective to whatever program that you are in. So first things first, if you are watching this video and you are thinking of going to grad school, perhaps you've already been accepted to grad school or you are already in grad school, congratulations. That is so wonderful. It takes a lot of devotion, time, energy, and resources to even decide what to specialize in, what to study. Because if you think about it, this truly is a specialization of whatever you got perhaps your bachelor's degree in, or maybe it's something completely different and you are doing a career change. Either way, congratulations. That is wonderful. These are some tips that I believe will truly help you to be successful in graduate school. These are things that I have learned along the way. For me, it's been about 1.5 years since I've been in my program. I am studying counseling and marriage and family therapy. I am doing my Master's of Science, and this is a clinical degree. So my program is a little bit different than, for example, an MBA. So the number one thing is an agenda. This is the agenda that I have. This is the Erin Condren Life Planner, and I absolutely love it. This is my very first one, and I splurged on it. This is the Life Planner, and I had it monogrammed. I was so excited because I had gotten married, and I just wanted to have, the initial of my new last name on there. I got the gold spine, and this is the black color, like the black kind of faux leather color. So this planner offers the month and then also the week. Right here, let me just show you guys an example. And I got the hourly. You can also choose just the regular daily. I think it has 3 quadrants right here instead of going by the hour. But what I really love about this planner is it has like really thick pages. The pages don't bleed. I find it's easy to write on. It's truly kind of like an updated deluxe planner compared to other planners that I've used in the past. It's wonderful. It really is. It also has sections for notes, which I actually like to use, and it has this pocket back here, which I keep things like stamps in. You can see I have some stamps right here. It's just so great to have everything in one place, and I think to try to make everything as succinct as possible. Obviously have other things going on in life. Perhaps you're also working full-time, part-time, volunteering, doing research in a lab. Perhaps you have a family, perhaps you have small children, perhaps you have older children. Either way, a very succinct planner is going to help you. What I do before every term is I take my syllabi and I go through and I write down every single due date. I write down everything, all of my readings, all of my due dates in terms of papers, assignments, quizzes, midterms, and I write down before they're due. I say that they are due 1 week before, and then 2 weeks before, I say that the assignment or paper or exam is 2 weeks before. This allows me to plan better and to know what is going on so I can better direct and allocate my time. It truly allows me to balance my life. I also have like personal dates and travel and anything like that. Social dates, birthdays, for example, weddings, everything is in one place. This truly allows me to see what is all on my calendar, and especially in the bigger picture. I know what I have, for example, 3 weeks ahead of time. I know what I can say yes to, and I know what I can say no to, and I can truly allocate my time in a very effective way. Any sort of planner that has a lot of space for organization, I truly find to be effective. Also, I will say with the planner, something else that's wonderful that you can do is you can track even small milestones. Graduate school really is a journey, and even a small milestone such as completing an assignment, finishing a research paper, crossing that off just means that you are one step closer to getting your master's degree in whatever specialized field that may be. This is kind of mixed for me, and I think that this truly depends on 3 different factors. I'm going to talk about textbooks. This is across the board, that there are just a lot of textbooks and notoriously a lot of reading in graduate school. Typically what we do is we use the Socratic method in our classes, so you have to have all of your reading and assignments and everything already done ahead of time before you even come to the very first day of class. Kind of synonymous in that very famous scene in Legally Blonde where she comes to class and she hadn't done her reading prior to class and the professor puts her on the spot. So about, I believe, what was it, the writ of habeas corpus or something. Having obviously your agenda and knowing ahead of time so you're not constantly referencing your syllabi in terms of due dates will help you immensely. In terms of textbooks, I believe that purchasing textbooks will depend on 3 different factors. The first one, I believe, is it will depend on general personal preference. If you prefer to, read your textbook online. Textbooks are also available now on Audible if you perhaps prefer to listen to your textbook. If you prefer to have a brand new textbook so you can go through and highlight everything. If you maybe prefer to have a textbook that's older and used. If you prefer to rent the textbook and get your money back at the end of the term. Elaborate onto personal preference. I believe it also comes down to your personal learning style. So, perhaps you are more of a visual learner. Perhaps you're more of an audible learner. Perhaps, you're more of a learner that likes to, underline and write and type. A lot of textbooks will also come with supplemental learning tools, and these can be very effective if this is the way that you learn. So I think that's very important to consider. If this is going to be effective to your learning style, then yeah, it may be worth it to get the newer textbook. If not, then no. To further elaborate on that, the third factor in terms of purchasing textbooks is the nature of your field and the nature of your specialization in whatever you are majoring in. So for me, a lot of my textbooks, I will have to actually reference when I have a practice. I will have to reference my DSM. I'll likely have to reference, for example, that book, the group therapy book. I'll have to reference my handbook of addictive disorders. Perhaps if your industry or your field doesn't require you to reference text, then, I think an older textbook, a rental, or even Audible or an online version could be great options for you. Something else I wanted to share with you guys that I absolutely love for textbooks are these tabs, and I get these harder tabs so I can actually write something on the tab to distinguish and differentiate between my chapters. My course of study is more clinical. I do have a lot of really thick textbooks, so these are a bit of a godsend. With that, I do really like to highlight my text as well, and sometimes if there is space, I will take notes directly in my textbook, and I just get whatever cheap highlighters. These are from Office Depot. My absolute favorite pen right now. This is the Pilot G2. Can't live without this. I actually keep one in my wallet. I keep one in my car. I keep like one of these everywhere, and I didn't know this, but you can actually refill them, which is pretty cool. This was like $1.95, which I think that's awesome. I am going to share with you guys my backpack that I like to use for grad school. It helps me to kind of keep all of my school things in one place. And also, I don't really have like shoulder problems, so it's actually very effective for me to carry it on my back because it gives me the space with my hands to carry, for example, my purse, or if I'm carrying an extra load of books that maybe doesn't fit in my backpack, I will carry them. So, and also my lunch bag. So I like a backpack. Perhaps for you, a roller bag or maybe a messenger bag or even a large kind of tote bag is more effective. Again, it's personal preference, but I'm just going to share with you guys the backpack that I use for grad school. So this is the Crosser backpack. This is kind of like a black nylon. It's a media backpack, and the reason I got this is because of the media pockets. Right here it has a special padded pocket for my laptop. It also has a special padded pocket right here for a tablet. Additionally, right here it has 2 pockets. As you can see, I keep highlighters right here, and it has this little pouch right here as well. Mostly what I'm going to talk about is, you've probably heard this term a million times. It's one of the buzzwords, I would say, of 2019, probably 2018 as well. Self-care. Self-care is so important for grad school. So important. I started this video out by saying, you will have to say yes to certain things and say no to certain things in terms of your social calendar when I was talking about the agenda, and that is definitely true. I think also prioritizing yourself, your social life, your personal life, your physical health. We can do anything for a short period of time. So I think that maintaining as much balance in life as possible is crucial to be effective and just successful in grad school. Obviously, drinking water is really important, getting enough sleep, making sure you eat healthy. I always pack myself healthy snacks. I get these from Amazon. These are just plain glass water bottles. I think they're $20 for a 6-pack, and I just refill that. Other things that I like to do are journaling. The nature of my course of studies is that I have to journal regardless. I do like to journal, though, outside of school as well. If it's not for class, I find that it's very therapeutic. And I highly suggest that everybody spends, maybe even just 5 minutes every morning journaling. Back to social life, maintaining healthy boundaries is crucial. You don't have to say no to everything and, kind of go into this little hobbit hole where all you're doing is studying, school, work, and that's it, and no fun. I mean, you should be having fun as well. It's okay to go to a concert on the weekend. It's okay to see your friends. It's okay to do that. It's okay to find balance. If you want to be successful and maintain that balance, you will learn, what to say no to. Sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes certain people in our lives, you will just notice that they're not supportive. They're not supportive of your course of studies, what you are choosing to do with your life. They don't understand it. And that will happen. Just remember your end goal, why you are putting all of this effort into grad school. So those are my tips. If anybody has anything that they would like to add or elaborate on, perhaps, I would welcome you to feel free to voice any of your suggestions in the comment section. I hope that, this video was effective for anybody out there. I truly do. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or leave me a comment. And yes, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.